afternoon and welcome to the Hamilton County Board of County Commissioners meeting, May 16th, 2024. I'm going to ask everyone to introduce themselves on the dais.
Teresa Giglio, Administration.
Leslie Hervey, Clerk to the Board. Stephanie Summerall Dumas, Commissioner.
Good afternoon. I'm County Commissioner Denise Driehaus.
Jeff Aludo, County Administrator.
Charlie Annis, Prosecutor's Office.
And I'm Hamilton County Commission President Alicia Reese. We start every meeting with prayer and then a silent prayer, and then we ask you to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, I make a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
Second?
Commissioner Reese.
Yes.
Commissioner Driehaus.
Yes.
Commissioner Summerall Dumas.
Yes.
Okay, great. We have a presentation today. Have a proclamation recognizing Mental Health Awareness Month. Whereas May is Mental Health Awareness Month and serves to increase awareness of the importance of mental health and wellness in Americans' lives, to celebrate recovery from mental health illness. Whereas this month will be celebrated in communities across America to raise awareness of programs and services for the mental health needs of children, youth, adults, and families' recovery and resilience, and to show how they can thrive in the community.
And whereas the need for comprehensive, coordinated mental health services and addressing the complex mental health needs of children, youth, adults, and families today is fundamental to the future of Hamilton County. And whereas the Hamilton County Mental Health and Recovery Services Board provides stellar leadership in public behavioral health care as the authority charged under the Ohio Revised Code with planning, funding, managing, and evaluating behavioral health care in Hamilton County. And whereas the Hamilton County Board of Commissioners partnered with the Hamilton County Mental Health and Recovery Services Board to expand the Mobile Crisis Services Program in 2023 to align with the response to national standards, allowing 24/7 mental health crisis response while strengthening partnerships with law enforcement and emergency dispatchers, resulting in improved communication, data collection, and service coordination.
And whereas to enhance the continuum of crisis services while providing evidence-based, trauma-informed care that is responsive to the unique and complex needs of each individual in Hamilton County, the Hamilton County Mental Health and Recovery Services Board will partner with Central Clinic, Greater Cincinnati Behavioral Health Services, Mobile Crisis Team, Talbot House, and Hamilton County law enforcement entities to develop a central location for 24/7 access and care for individuals experiencing a mental health or substance use disorder crisis. And whereas suicide has become a leading cause of death in Hamilton County, the Hamilton County Mental Health and Recovery Services Board, in collaboration with the Hamilton County Suicide Prevention Coalition, are working to address stigma, prevention, and postvention to save lives. And whereas to address the mental health needs and challenges youth are having in the greater Cincinnati area, the Hamilton County Mental Health and Recovery Services Board, in collaboration with the Greater Cincinnati Youth Mental Well-Being Initiative, are working along with over 200 organizations to form the steering committee, working groups, youth fellows, and the backbone lead support function to develop a 5 to 10-year plan to improve youth well-being in the greater Cincinnati region.
Therefore, be it proclaimed that the Hamilton County Commissioners, on behalf of its residents and the entire community, hereby extends its deepest gratitude and appreciation to the Hamilton County Mental Health and Recovery Service Board for their contributions to Hamilton County and unwavering dedication to ending the stigma of mental health. Be it further proclaimed that the Hamilton County Board of Commissioners does hereby proclaim May 2024 be known as Mental Health Awareness Day in all of Hamilton County.
Thank you, Commissioners. And we stand here today as the Hamilton County Mental Health and Recovery Services Board, but we stand here for all of our partners, our collaborators, the provider, and as well as the clients that receive these services, and these services are accessible to them. It takes a community to make a healthy community, and we stand here accepting this recognition for everybody who plays a part in that process. So thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm going to open it up for comments from the commissioners.
Yeah, thank you all for being here. It's great to see you again. I think we in Hamilton County are very lucky to have mental health and recovery services providing the service that you provide in partnership with all of the private providers throughout the county, of which there are many. Having been a state rep, you hear things about the different boards in different communities, and then you recognize how lucky we are to have a board that functions in a way that is to the benefit of the citizens. You're very efficient, you're effective, you're one that collaborates and works in partnerships. So thank you for the work that both of you do for the residents of Hamilton County.
Thank you. Commissioner Dumas?
Thank you. You guys, as you know, are doing great work. And I think we might have said Mental Health Awareness Day, but it's a month. It's very unique that it's a whole month that we can educate and reach out to the community to let them know how important this is. So thank you all for all the work you do.
Oh, thank you. I want to make sure we declared the right. Yeah, we did Mental Health Awareness Month. I want to make sure it had it right on the proclamation. I want to thank you for all that you do. And I also want to acknowledge that this board is very serious about mental health. You were just here not too long ago talking about looking at a new model to help with youth mental health. We've done suicide prevention. So we understand it's a wide brush, but we're able to kind of break it down. Looking forward to working with you. But I also want to thank this community of Hamilton County because without them, we wouldn't have the funding. And it was very clear that the citizens of Hamilton County have said that mental health is very important and went and voted for the levy so that we could have funding to help in this regard. So I don't want to leave them behind because none of this would be possible without them. And then, of course, the work that you all do on the ground. As a board, you're on the ground, face-to-face, and understanding that it's ever changing. It's not just one broad brush for everybody. So thank you. We're going to come around and take a photo with you.
Okay, excellent.
All right. Okay, we've got, make sure I get this right. Okay, we have 2 cards here. I think the last name is Pastor. Is the last name Pastor? I'm sorry, what's the first name? Can you help me?
It's Louis Pastoral.
Louis Pastoral. Come on in. You have. You're out of Florida?
Yes, thank you everybody for your time. I'm Louis Pastore from LFS Solar Energy out of Jensen Beach, Florida, and we have an office in Orlando as well. And the reason that I'm here today, I had a question about a plan that you offer for Hamilton County residents called the HIP, and it allows loans for solar, 5 years and up to 50,000 with a 3% below market rate. And I wanted to find out from the board if leases are available in that program as well, and if that program accepts batteries for solar for that program.
Thank you. We would have, Mr. Ludo, do you have any information? If not, we can.
Yeah, so I'm familiar with the HIP program in general, but I don't have the specifics of the program in front of me right here. That's operated through our community development department. I would just ask if someone, I'm not sure if Holly is in here right now, but we can get you the contact information from Maria Collins in our community development department. You can either reach out to her directly, or we can have her give you a shout and give you all of the details of the HIP program. Bridget, can you get Mr. Pastore Maria Collins' contact information related to the HIP program?
Yep.
Great.
And then if I've got any time left, guys, thank you. I also want to see Hamilton County and Ohio residents benefit from the SREC credits, the Qualified Energy Ohio Property Assistance, and the Cincy Property Tax Exemption. And I wanted to make sure that those were still all in effect for 2024.
Yeah, they'll be able to let you know if that's available.
And that's all I have. Thank you very much for the board.
Thank
for your
you.
time.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. And then, Mr. Lou, you'll share that information, those answers with the board.
Yes, I will.
All of us will have that. Thank you very much. Next, we have Nick Tolbert.
It's been a while since I've been down here, but most of the time since I've been down here, it's because we were the ones that passed a resolution to recognize the indigenous people of North and South America. But I've had some representatives from the Cincinnati public schools approach me, and I guess because a lot of people know because of what I've done in the past, they're looking for my help. So I've been going into the Cincinnati public schools, speaking to students. Come find out that over, 50% of the black young males can't read. I couldn't believe that. And the reason why I couldn't believe that is because when I came out of high school, believe it or not, I couldn't read. I went 12 years. Came out of high school, could not read. And how I learned to read was reading comic books. Comic books. And to see it's like that today, I says, man, I definitely got to jump on this. And so what we're doing is there's a coalition that I'm a part of that we're going to start going around in every public schools talking to these kids because it's definitely a need. Over 50% of these kids, black male boys, can't read. That's a travesty. And I'm hoping that when it's time for me to get the support, that each and every one of you would help me to get this done. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for jumping on that. Really appreciate it. Okay, we'll open it up for comments and motions. I'll start it off. One is I attended the drug court outreach event on Court Street on last Friday. It's organized by the drug court and Judge Nicole Sanders. I want to give her a shout out as well. These outreaches are really great. I know she's done them in other areas, but we were downtown on this past week. Also presented a proclamation recognizing Youth Apprenticeship Week on behalf of the board for Easter Seals Signing Day at the American Red Cross. And that was just great to see these young people signing, coming out of the apprenticeship program, ready to get to work. So we're excited about that. Also, I was at the Madeira McDonald Common Park re-grand opening. We put $48,000 toward making sure that equipment, play equipment in that area for children is accessible for everyone, but it is a major reopening of that park. And I know Vice President Driehaus was also there. We were there for the ribbon cutting, and I want to give a shout out to Mayor Doug Moorman and thank him for the invitation as well. We've put quite a bit of money out in Madeira, about $800,000 when you total it all together, and they were very appreciative of that. Also, I had a chance to see a film festival at DePaul Cristo Rey High School, which is a public school, and it was great to see these young people be able to put these short films together. I mean, they're just incredible. And they had the augmented reality piece, which I loved. These kids are super talented. And then they also had the arts component of it. So they were designing outfits and so forth. It was just really good. And so I want to thank Romaine Ranford for inviting me that they had on this Saturday. It was my first time in DePaul Cristo Rey. I drove by there, but I've never been inside it. It's a really nice school. And then on Monday, we celebrated 513 Day, but we celebrated it with a great purpose with the 513 Relief Bus. And I was so excited about our annual report. It was a brunch, but also an annual report. And in that report, it was amazing that we have helped over 18,000 people, gone to 191 locations, 31 different zip codes that's been reached. Everything from the medical services in the back of the 513 relief bus to the front part that deals with social services, economic services. And I just want to give a shout out to the whole team. We brought Aisha back, who was kind of with me at the very, very beginning. We had a UC Health older mammography bus trying to get it around, and I remember throwing water and the thing was smoking, and we said, just hold on, we got a new bus coming, hold on. And some people may not know because it's the same wrap, as I called it, the body double. But she came back, and then we were able to honor all the partners that we had JFS, and we had us, and we had public health with the vaccinations. And now we've got almost 30 partners. It's incredible what we're able to do. People have gotten jobs from the bus. We've had our young people, 1,000 young people show up with no fighting. I'm gonna keep saying this because when they do something wrong, they always on the news. No fighting, nobody shooting anybody. They showed up with resumes and was ready to get helped. And we had work, we did work physicals on the bus. We've done birth certificates. So it's just amazing. And now with our team, we have a team now, and I want to thank Trevina Adams has done a great job, and Scott has done a fantastic job. I wish I had him with the old bus because he know how to fix everything. And Lisa and everybody that worked on it. I want to thank everybody that volunteered, and then everyone who worked to put the pieces together. And then to JFS, Dejanay, I hope I said it right. Najee, get me right. I don't have my notes in front of me. So Najee, I want to give her, because her and the team, JFS was out there. I mean, when COVID was deep, they were out there in here, and they have helped over $100 million in rental assistance, both with the bus and without the bus, but they were the ones that really was in the trenches. So was happy with that. And I want to also thank the Dean of Hampton University, because without her and without what she had done, I would never have had this type of idea. So I do want to give her some type of award appreciation as well. So yeah, it was just fantastic. And the food was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. And using a minority caterer, I mean, it was just wonderful. So I just wanted to say, Jeff, the team did a great job, and want to thank them. And this bus has been working. It's been everywhere from Cleves to Avondale, so it's all over. So that was fantastic. Also, the next day, the bus partnered, and Mary Maui, I want to thank her and all the team that worked on the Women's Empowerment Day at the Community Action Agency. That was great, and I think probably Vice President Driehaus probably will talk a little bit more about that. We actually got a workout in. We didn't know we were going to do that. We got a workout in. It was just great, well put together. I was very impressed. We had our 513 relief bus there, the Women and Girls Commission, but we also had the Pink Ribbon bus there, and it was incredible to go into there for women who are fighting against the breast cancer. And then, of course, inside we had a number of partners and the baby. I got to hold the little baby. The baby and a Safe Sleep campaign was there. We had the diaper bank there where people can get the diapers. It was just a great, great, great event. So we came out of telling people what we've done, and then got back on the road, back into action. So that was phenomenal. So wanted to thank Mary Maui and Trevina and the whole team who put that together, and our partner Community Action Agency that allowed us to be there. I also attended the press conference. I want to give a shout out to Tracy Artis, the Black Family Reunion press conference, and that was yesterday, and they did it at Altev, which is the Black-owned pharmacy that just opened up with Dr. Manny. So that was great. Today, huge day, Lead Safe. I mean, this is big. $5.3 million, and our entire board was there, and it's a partnership with LISC. And I want to thank LISC for going after the money, and I want to thank our administration and our board for saying, yes, we will partner for this. This will help towards repairing homes built before 1978. And it will impact a little over 200 homes. Our partners are LISC, Working in Neighborhoods, and Habitat for Humanity. We're talking about new windows, paint, doors, siding, and more. People can go to 513relief.org and they can sign up for this. And someone asked, well, can you do more than 200 homes? This is very expensive work to get the lead out of homes that's been 1978. You can't go to the bank and get a loan to get this lead out your house. There's very few options to help you, and it's very expensive, but at the same time, it has large effects on your health, on the health of senior citizens, health of families, health of children. And so our board was there today and had this big press conference, and I think it's a huge deal. And it adds to our policy and how we've had home repair programs, and we still have some, but this just adds to it, and this is specialized. So happy about that. Want to remind everyone that on next Monday will be the Small Business Day. I'm super excited about it. Last year we had 1,000 show up. This year we tried to cut it off at 1,000, but I think more have come in of small businesses, and the reviews last year from small businesses were just phenomenal. They said they've never seen anything like it. It was very helpful. It wasn't a leaflet fair where they just, it was not a waste of their time. And we have some people that connected with us, Robert Bell and others, who actually have gotten contracts with us. So I'm just super excited for us to report on the state of small business and connect these folks. And we got a big announcement, so we're super excited. So that'll be at Sharonville Kavitcha Center. And then I don't want people to be like they were with the small businesses, which is they might be left behind because we have over 1,200 people. Don't wait. Register today. July 20th, our Hamilton County Veteran Services Commission, along with Hamilton County, our board, we will have a special Veterans Appreciation Day where we will be honoring all the veterans and providing services on the spot for the veterans. Free parking, that's big. We're gonna give you free parking downtown. and so much more, and Anderson is working on it. But there is a link. You can register at VSC on their website. Please, if you know of a veteran, you are a veteran, go to the VSC website, and maybe we'll add a link. Maybe we can add a link to our website too, so you can find it. Hit that button. It's absolutely free, and register, please. So those are my things. And again, the date is Saturday, July 20th. So I'm gonna just keep saying that so people don't forget it. So that's what I have so far, and I'll open up to Vice President Driehaus.
Thank you. Yeah, just a couple of things, some repeats, so I won't go into a great deal of detail. But I was thrilled to participate in the Lead Safe press conference this morning in partnership with LISC, WIN, and Habitat. And this, as you say, is a big deal. And we're going to help a lot of kids be safe in this community because of the impact of lead, especially on kids, is so dramatic. So was really glad to join that and thankful for the partnership, and to the state of Ohio, who gave us the $5.3 million so that we can do this in Hamilton County. Also participate in the 513 relief bus. It was the Commission on Women and Girls was one of the lead partners as they visited over at the Community Action Agency. And so Mary and Trevina make a bit of a dynamic duo. And so there are lots and lots of providers there, lots and lots of agencies. And as you say, Commissioner, we were stepping. Getting the workout, doing some stepping with other people. I've never done stepping before, so that was fun. But it was a great day, and it highlighted some of the things we're doing, especially for women in the community. And then also participate in the ribbon cutting in Madeira for the accessible playground out there. It was really something. They've renovated space. It was 17 acres that was unusable because of flooding and stormwater issues. They have now created a system underneath the ground to capture the stormwater, to run it off so that those fields can be utilized by the community. And we participated by making sure that the playground equipment was accessible for all kids. So I was really proud to represent the commission with Commissioner Reese out there. And then lastly, I delivered a proclamation on behalf of the commissioners at the Power to Pursue event. It was this past week. It's a movement for women, by women, as they say. Rachel DeRochers is the head. Kyla Woods is a partner in that. And so I stood with Mika Owens and delivered kind of tag-teamed resolutions from both the city and the county to proclaim it Power to Pursue Day. There were hundreds of women in the room talking about mental health, talking about behavioral health, just providing a safe space for women to talk to one another and break out into smaller groups to talk about some of the things that they're concerned about and some of the challenges that women face in our community. So really pleased to present the proclamation on behalf of the commission at that event. That's all I have.
Awesome. Commissioner Dumas.
Thank you so much. In an effort not to be redundant, I will mention that the 513 Relief Bus Appreciation Program that was held at Memorial Hall was awesome to recognize the partners and the agencies that have been involved. After all, we cannot do it without them and their investment. And I also had a meeting with Holly Crispin and MSD representatives as it relates to the future of MSD in Hamilton County, and also attended the press conference this morning on Lead Safe Ohio, and very glad about that new project that we're going to be doing. Is so necessary. I also brought up, and we're not going to do it now, I haven't even presented it to my colleagues, but I've gotten a couple phone calls from churches that have older churches and wondering about the lead safe and the ability to have someone help them with that. So we'll possibly be looking at that in the future. And of course, the White House briefing that I attend, or the webinar every Thursday. I continue to do that. Nothing really earth-shaking comes out of that. But I'd like to say at this time, we've said a lot about youth, and we've said a lot about mental health. And so we have a very esteemed, honorable guest that's here. That's you. And I thank you for your patience as we go through all of this. And so Inspire, normally once a month, part of my comments, I'll introduce a group that has been involved with Inspire. And this gentleman is from the Nepali Language Arts Center. I won't take your thunder. You're welcome to come up. And I don't know, Alice, if you were going to introduce, but I will say that he's worked with 40 youth And you should have it in front of you up to age 25. And I know you're going to talk about what you've done, and we have some video up there also. So you want to look at the video first? Let's look at the video. Okay, the clips. We have a slideshow. Okay. So would you like to just talk about what you do first, and then we'll do the slideshow simultaneously? Yeah. You have the clicker up there. You have a
Yes.
clicker. No, it's yeah. And just introduce yourself and say who you are.
Thank you so much. My name is Tara Dahal. I am with Nepali Language and Art Center, that is Nepali speaking community here in Greater Cincinnati. I am a former refugee from Bhutan, and I've been living in Cincinnati, that is in Colin Township, since 2014, not long ago. And I work at Healthy Home Care for my living.
Pull your mic up just a little.
For my living, but I do a lot of volunteer works in various organizations. I'm also one of the board members at Catholic Charities of Southwestern Ohio. I am a chairperson of Nepali Language and Art Center itself. I am with Family Advisory Council in Cincinnati Children's Hospital. I also work with Cincinnati Compass in various social events with Brian Wright, and a lot of interpretation, a lot of work in the Nepali speaking
Why
community.
don't we start the clip, and then you can look at the clip and tell us what that's
Sure.
about.
So that is all what about me. And when I talk about Nepali Language and Art Center, this is a 501c non-profit organization we established in 2021. So since 2021, we have been working. And NLAC, Nepali Language and Art Center, it has a meaning like language and art. So that is to strengthen Nepali language, arts, and culture within the Nepali speaking community and transfer or promote our own language to the coming generation. And in Nepali Language Arts Center, we do other activities like karate class, dance class, and other Nepali class as well. In coordination with International Superior Karate, we have been running karate classes for 2, 3, 4 years. Healthy Home Care has given us that space. That is a space that is free of cost. The instructor comes from Columbus. We have got around 30 to 40 kids, and few are already black belt, and 3, 4 are still in the process of getting black belt. We have been, the kids, can you go back? Yeah, the kids have been doing amazing work in martial arts, that is karate. We have been taking part in various national and international competitions. And only last month, that is in March 29 to 31st, we were like 10 students. We took to Fort Worth, Texas for the USA Open Championship. And from them, we got like 2 gold medals, 5 silver medals, and around 12 bronze medals. So that was a big achievement, and we got, and those are the kids along with their coach in the photo. So that is, and Inspire Youth grant, we use that on to buy some things for those karate athletes. And you see those mats are also bought through those grants, and that was very helpful to us. So beside karate, we do dance class also, that is Nepali dance, and we have been working with one dance club. We have got 12 kids. So the dress that you wear, this cultural dress, those are also the help or assistance that we got from Inspire Youth Grant Youth Program. And next one is cricket, and the cricket is a very new game here in the US, but US is also taking part. And I think in June, in coming June, there is one T20 international, that is cricket competition, where the competition is match is being held in US and West Indies. So USA is also not unfamiliar with karate, and our students were very much interested in karate. So in coordination with Coleraine Township, we made a big cricket ground. We can see in the other picture. There is a big cricket ground that is in Drabo Park in Coleraine Township. So many youths go there to play cricket. And last year, 2 years before, we did ribbon cutting with that ground. So that is the picture. So
We also bought the cricket bats.
and yes, to inspire youth program, we bought some cricket bats and wickets and balls. So, and beside that one, back one, yeah, those are okay. We do Nepali class. Sometimes in the Nepali class, we ask guest speakers. So we have that other picture is of mental health engagement. The other picture is they are writing, learning Nepali language. We do every weekend, that is Saturday and Sunday. All those classes happens Saturdays and Sundays. And Healthy Home Care has given that space for us. And the next one, so these are the all things. We have still more, but I could not adjust all those pictures. So we received $5,000 from Hamilton County, and thank you so much, Alice, for all those connection, and we are very much thankful. $5,000 is a big amount of money for our organization where we do not have any funding from anywhere. So it is very difficult to find the volunteers, especially. People do not like to do volunteer job. Everybody needs money to work, and we do not have. But still, we are working on. And these, through karate class, dance classes, and those are sports, what we have found out is we could at least reduce some mental health issues and drugs addictions. Many youths are involved in various kinds of drugs. They are always engaged in electronic devices at home. At least if we could engage them in some sort of sports and games, we could at least take them away from those electronic devices and unwanted activities. And because of those all medals and awards the kids are bringing through karate classes, many community parents are very much interested to get enrolled. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for the impact you've had on the youth and keeping them into positive activities. So we certainly appreciate it, and thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Can we take a picture with him?
I love that.
I'm done with my guest, but I have one other statement I'm going to make before he leaves. And you might want to know this, that we started Inspire Initiative a year ago in May. And so far, this initiative has helped 10,000 plus youths. So we're just really excited about what this initiative has done. And you're all part of it. So, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So we can come down. Alice and Mr. Vail, coordinator, Mr. Vail, thank you. That's all I have, thanks. Thank you.
I'd like to advance bylaws 1 and 2. Bylaw 1 is a resolution appointing to the Board of Building Appeals and Storm Damage Variance and Appeals Board Shelby Campbell And by leave number 2 is a resolution appointing to the Tax Levy Review Committee just Joseph Haid. I'll open up if you have anything, Vice President Dreehouse.
I'd like to thank these two individuals for being willing to serve.
Okay, Commissioner Dumas?
Thank you. I'm just glad that we're filling our vacancies. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, I make a motion to approve by leave 1 and 2.
Second?
Commissioner Reese?
Yes.
Commissioner Dreehouse?
Yes.
Commissioner Summer Dumas?
Yes.
Great. I'll open it up, Mr. Ludo.
Thank you, Commissioners. 2 by leaves on your agenda today. Starting with by leave number 3, as we've already done the board appointments. By leave number 3 is a resolution that journalizes the amendments to collective bargaining agreement between the International Union of Operating Engineers Local 20. This is the stadium security classifications down at Paul Brown Stadium. This is something we've discussed with the board over the past several months, going back to the board's request that we continue to take action to extend our vacation policy more broadly into all of our bargaining units. So this is a renegotiation of this agreement, which incorporates our current the board's vacation policy into this agreement. It replaces the Me Too language with salary adjustments of 3.5% for 2025 and 3% for 26, and extends the agreement through June 30th of 26. So the administration recommends approval. Happy to answer any questions if there are any.
Okay, I open it up, Vice President Dreehouse. Any questions?
I just want to thank the administration for working on this, working through some issues here. I think this is a good result, so thank you.
Commissioner Dumas?
Well, I thank everyone for all their hard work. We've had a lot of entities involved in this process, and we've seen the hard work, and I'm glad we were able to resolve it to a resolution today.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone involved on all sides. I make a motion to approve by leaves 3 and 4.
Did we talk about?
Oh, did we do 4? I'm sorry.
We did not do
By
4
leave
yet.
3.
So I say yes to 3. Second?
Commissioner Reese?
Yes.
Commissioner Dreehouse?
Yes.
Commissioner Summer Dumas?
Yes.
Thank you, Commissioners. I want to thank Corey Bess, who's here and now leaving, it looks like, for all of her work on that particular item. Thanks, Corey.
Thank you.
By leave number 4, Commissioners, this is a resolution authorizing an exemption to competitive bidding in the process of a change order down at Paycor Stadium. This is an emergency resolution related to a water leak that was found during the concrete and waterproofing project. This is on the south side of the South Plaza at Paycor. It lines up kind of with the southwest corner of the end zone. So while we were doing that waterproofing and concrete repair work, and they had a portion of the plaza up, they noticed that there was water intrusion and a water leak underneath an adjacent portion of the plaza that was beginning to go through and damage some of the underlying areas, some of the training rooms, et cetera, of the stadium. So we wanted to get that fixed as quickly as possible. So this is an exemption to competitive bidding to allow for that change order with Buckeye, who's already on site doing this work for an amount of $366,116. The administration recommends approval.
Okay, I open it up, Vice President Treehouse.
No question.
Commissioner Dumas?
No comments.
I do want to just highlight one other thing. I know it's not by leave 4, but there is another issue that I guess we're over on the banks. One of the elevators, they said it's been out for a long time. And they said it's because of water, but it's been out for a long time. I would like to make sure that is going, because I've heard some people that are in wheelchairs can't hardly get up there because the elevator's been down and it's in our garage.
Yeah, that is also a water-related issue, Commissioner, related to how the water flows into that elevator shaft. I believe different issue than this, but I know we're working on it. I'll follow up with you on a timeline.
Thank you, I appreciate that. And then and this is a change order only because it's a difference. I don't want to get into change orders. That's, I don't like that word too much. Nobody does when you're doing a construction project.
No, but it was an unforeseen condition that was found when
That's
this
why it was,
current
okay.
project was going on.
No
correct.
problem. All right, I make a motion to approve by leave 4.
Second.
Commissioner Reese?
Yep.
Commissioner Dreehouse?
Yes.
Commissioner Summer Dumas?
Yes.
No further by leaves, Commissioners.
Okay, all right, going to the regular calendar.
Got some folks here for item number 5. Could we advance that one?
Mr. Engineer, could you allow us?
Sorry, Eric.
He said, I'm here for
We have
item
some
number
guests
one.
here for item number 5.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have a problem advancing item number 5. It is on our commission administration. Yep, the zoo. Yep.
Thank you, Commissioners. Item number 5 is the levy contract for the Cincinnati Zoo. Technically, the Zoological Society of Cincinnati for the use of the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Gardens tax levy proceeds. As I'm sure you're aware, the zoo levy was approved last November with over 68% of the vote. This contract allows the zoo to utilize the levy funding at $7.5 million a year towards zoo maintenance and operations costs for the care of the animals. I want to note a couple things very quickly, and then I will turn it over to Thane Maynard and Chad Yeltons from the zoo for comments. Just one important point in listening to the comments today regarding the Small Business Day on Monday. The zoo is actually participating in the Small Business Day this year. They'll be a part of the deal zone for the first time, speaking with their food and merchandise vendors as well as group experiences. So they'll have 5 people there. And then I'd like to go ahead and just turn it over to the zoo for any comments that they may have, specifically Hamilton County Days.
Thanks.
Welcome back.
Thanks very much. If I'd known we were taking pictures, I would have brought a cheetah. First off, everybody, I do want to thank the commissioners. Wants to thank the voters of Hamilton County and the taxpayers of Hamilton County. They're our biggest annual supporters and have been for 42 years, and that's how we've become regularly ranked one of the top zoos in the country. So that's been a great win-win for us, and I think for the community as well. We've grown to be the biggest draw in the county, the biggest draw in the city, and play a big role in people's and their families' lives. So that's why we're there. So we appreciate doing it. We did make some adjustments at your recommendations to increase Hamilton County days to 3 full days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of the weekend before Labor Day. So it'll be the 23rd, 24th, and 25th of August. Half price for all Hamilton County residents. And that's on our website now, announcing it, including the Hamilton County logo, which is good, and thanking you all and recognizing the voters. So we're glad to do that. That seems like a real good improvement and better communication so people understand that it's out there.
Awesome.
So
thank you for
your
all that you do, and your team and the partnership, and keeping our zoo is number one. So we really appreciate all you do and look forward to the partnership. Vice President Driehaus.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for team member for being here as well. We're really proud of the work you do. We're proud of the asset and the draw for people all over the world, really, when it comes to the zoo. And thanks for the adjustment. I think it'll be much easier for people to understand the Hamilton County Day benefit in this way. So thanks for doing that. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Commissioner Dumas.
Thank you. Always good to see you. I'm glad that the levy vote passed, and it's obvious the amount of support you have from the community. I was just a little surprised that we had to agree to let you spend the money, but that's part of it. But anyway, we would never hold it back. I would never hold it back. Thank you for all you guys do.
Good. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, I make a motion to approve item number 5.
Second.
Commissioner Reese?
Yes.
Commissioner Driehaus?
Yes.
Commissioner Summer Dumas?
Yes.
All right, thank you. All right, that was 5. So let me go back. Mr. Engineer, thank you for your patience.
Thank you. Now I have to follow Thane. How do I do that? I have 3 items today. Item number 1 is a resolution setting a hearing date for the consideration of projects recommended for the funding on the 2024 Municipal Road Fund. We'd like to set the hearing date for Thursday, June 6th at 1:15 at your regular meeting. At that time, we will present the projects and allow public comments on those. We have 11 projects that we're going to bring forward that have advanced through the application process and committing almost the entirety of what we've received in the municipal road funds for 2023. Item number 2 is a resolution awarding a contract to the lowest and best bidder, W.E. Smith, for rehab and improvements to Gosling Road landslide correction in Coleraine Township. They were the low bidder at $343,754.80. Approximately, if my math is right, about 30% under our engineer's estimate of $495,000. Of this amount, 90% will be funded by the Ohio Public Works Commission, and the remaining 10% will come out of permissive auto. Item number 3 is a resolution entering into general geotechnical consultant agreements for the calendar year of 2024 with 5 engineering firms. We accepted requests for qualifications back in January and reviewed all of those. The initial year of the contract will be December 31st, 2024, with 2 optional renewal years. Top 5 firms that were rated will set up a PO for $40,000. They are Atlas, S&ME, Stantec, Terracon, and UES. That's a total of $200,000 from the permissive auto fund. And the way we use that is for materials testing on our construction jobs and for geotechnical work on landslides. And those will be on an as-needed basis throughout the year.
All right, I open it up, Vice President Treehouse.
Just one question. It seems to me that we're spending more money on landslides recently. Is that true, or is that just my imagination?
You are correct. We are spending more. These are landslides that have been there. We've been successful in getting grant funding to get them done. That's why we're moving those forward in our project list.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, the amount of landslides has not increased, but we've been able to get more funding to get them repaired.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Commissioner Dumas?
Item 3, I was just wondering, the geotechnical engineering services, is that what we did in Lincoln Heights for that area, the gun range area, or are we going to do that to look at the lead composition in that?
That is the type of consultant work that these would do, yes.
Okay, and so is that on the list for someone to look at?
That would not be a project through the engineer's office, but the commissioners or the administration can use that contract, our selection process, to use those consultants, yes.
Thank you. That's all I have.
Mr. Ludo, did you have anything to add to that? Okay. I make a motion to approve items 1 through 3.
Second?
Commissioner Reese.
Yes.
Commissioner Dreehouse. Commissioner Summer Dumas.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
On a separate item, though, while Eric is still here, on the issue of the landslides, just for folks watching at home, because we hear the word landslide, and I think you immediately think of a road covered up with mud, which could be the case in some instances. How many of these? Because as the commissioners indicated, we are seeing a lot of these on the agenda. How many of these are catastrophic hillside failures, and how many of these are areas where we see slippage on hillsides, and we're taking action to proactively prevent something?
Great question. Typically what we have along our county roads is rotational slides below the roadway, basically from erosion eating out the banks. The slope that's holding the roadway up is rotating out, causing the road to settle. 95% of the ones we have on county roads are that type of landslide. They're typically slow moving. We watch them. There's a crack in the pavement. It settles. We put some asphalt back on it. We continue to watch it. As we get more and more rains, you get more and more erosion along those creeks, and it moves faster. We typically don't have the type of landslide like Columbia Parkway, where the material above the road comes down onto it. I can't think of any locations where we really have that. Most of ours are below the roadway, where the embankment is actually starting to move and cause the roadway to settle.
So I just thought that might be the case. Just wanted to highlight to folks who might be watching at home the fact that the engineer is taking proactive action here to make sure that this doesn't get worse. That's correct. And we don't have
none of these are currently impacting a roadway where there's any lane closure or safety issues. We have a map where we map all of our landslides. There's over 100 current movements where we're aware of them. We monitor those regularly, and that's how we come up with the projects that we do. When it starts getting close to the shoulder of the road, we try to get it programmed.
Got it. Good. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay. Mr. Ludo, the consent agenda?
Go right to,
oh, yes.
Good afternoon. I only have one today for resolution number 4. It is with the Village of Marymount for $45,090. This is the 8th contract that I'm bringing forward out of 11 contracts for the stormwater infrastructure projects. So hopefully those other 3 I will be bringing very soon as we're finalizing those contracts. This project will repair a pipe and an outfall into Whiskey Creek to allow for better flow of stormwater, and it will provide structural support for the Dogwood Park improvements that will be constructed later next year. And I have Mayor Bill Brown actually here with me today. If he would like to go ahead and come up, he can help me answer any questions, or if he would like to add anything.
Welcome, Mayor.
Brown, the mayor of the Village of Marymount, and I am here to thank you all on behalf of the village for this particular grant. And I would like to add that this particular grant at this time is quite timely. As most of you, I hope, know, the Village of Marymount had our centennial last April a year ago. And, a lot of the infrastructure in the village, of course, is 100 years old. And of course, it's in need of, repair work like this. But also the fact that this particular grant will address this particular stormwater pipe that runs under part of Dogwood Park, because we do have a lot of centennial type improvements planned for that park, of which, if we're fortunate enough to get some additional grants, we may actually be starting construction on in the fall. And obviously we would like to have this in place, before that comes into place. So thank you all. I can't thank you enough for having me.
Mayor, thanks for being here, and we're pleased. We know stormwater issues is we've got aging infrastructure throughout the county, but we're happy that this will be helpful.
It's extremely helpful.
Yeah, some of the other things that you have. Just make sure that the theater is in good shape, because you got the best popcorn in town.
I would like to say yes, that I am hopeful for the theater.
Yeah.
There's certain things going on there that we're not sure how that's going to play out.
Okay, fingers crossed.
Fingers
That's
crossed.
my theater, so
Crossed.
fingers
Right.
crossed.
But I hope to be back here possibly in the next year at this time, when we've applied for another grant and it comes through. So I'm hoping this is the start of a partnership with you all.
Yeah. Absolutely. Vice President Driehaus.
Yeah, thank you for mentioning that, because this is all about partnership, and all these grants are meant to be partnerships with local communities, because you all know better than we do what your needs are.
Yes.
And so this is one of our least sexy grants, because
It
it's
is.
stormwater. However, I would argue it's one of the most important grants.
Really it
because
is.
The impact is huge when it comes to stormwater issues in these local communities. So thanks so much for coming down, spending the time with us, and really appreciate it.
Commissioner Dumas.
Yeah, thank you for coming, appreciate it. And we've said as a board, we want to reach beyond the city of Cincinnati, and we're continuing to do that. So thanks for coming.
Well, Marymount's a great place to reach.
Yes, okay.
Okay, well, I make a motion to approve item number 4.
Second.
Commissioner Reese.
Yes.
Commissioner Dreehouse.
Yes.
Commissioner Summer Dumas.
Yes.
Now the consent agenda.
Thank you, Commissioners. On your consent agenda today, item number 6 is the resolution authorizing an agreement between the board and Right Now Communications LLC at $300,000. This is over a 3-year period for our 513 relief operations. Item number 7 are the bid awards and contracts for the purchasing department for the month of April at $1.692 million. Item number 8 is a resolution for Research Recovery LLC in the Court of Common Pleas at $3,566. This is for recovery services for a drug treatment recovery court client. Item number 9 is a resolution accepting a purchase order at $210,384. This is a virtual reality training simulator purchased with grant funds in the Sheriff's Office. Item number 10 is a resolution authorizing the purchase of a 2023 Ford Transit as a replacement in the Board of Elections at $44,638. Item 11 is a resolution approving one appointment to the Hamilton County Family Services Planning Committee, that is Debbie Gingrich. Item number 12 is authorizing a single source contract between St. Vincent Family Services and the Board of County Commissioners on behalf of Job and Family Services for residential treatment services, $137,000. Item 13 is a resolution authorizing an agreement between the Cincinnati Music and Wellness Coalition and the board on behalf of JFS for prevention services, $192,000. Item 14 is a resolution authorizing renewal 3 and amendment 1 of the agreement with My Brother's Keeper and the Board of Commissioners on behalf of JFS for group home services at $600,000. Item 15 is a resolution authorizing a single source agreement with HMIH Cedar Crest LLC and the Board of Commissioners on behalf of JFS for residential treatment services. Item 16 is a resolution authorizing the use of credit cards by the Hamilton County Law Library for $1,650. Item 17 is an item reporting no objection to one liquor permit in the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office. Item number 18 is the monthly investment report for the treasurer for the month of April 2024. And item 19 is a request for the authorization to travel at the county's expense, the coroner, 1 employee to Burlington, Vermont, and the coroner, 1 employee to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That is the consent agenda, Commissioners. Happy to answer any questions.
Now open it up. Vice President Dreehouse.
I don't have any questions.
Commissioner Dumas?
I had a couple of questions about item 13. I don't know if Laura is on the line. The Cincinnati Music and Wellness Coalition agreement sounds like a great agreement. Is Laura on the line? Okay. And I just wanted to know, is this a new program? And also, as I look through the documentation on the website, I had to go through all the financials, all the grant application before I could get to the bottom of it, Laura, to see actually what this organization is about. Just wondering, not to try to change the format necessarily, but if there could be a little summary at the beginning to say what this program or organization does, that would be helpful for me, if you're able to do that. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great questions.
Yeah. You're serving 600 young people, and that's awesome because we know music heals and improves mental health. So are they new?
They are new. This is one of 12 new contracts that we're doing for the upstream prevention work in the community investments that I think we've talked with your offices about, Michael and Margie and I. And the Music and Wellness Center is also near and dear to my heart because I'm a trained music therapist, actually. So they're using music to help them with their voice, learning ways to calm themselves and express their emotions. And they're actually going to be doing a community presentation about all their work that they're doing later on this summer.
Great. Okay.
So we're very excited to bring them on as one of 12 new contracts for prevention work.
Thank you so much. And my other question was item 15. As I
Sure.
researched them, they are actually in Belton, Texas. And I know there's a reason for that. And I was just wondering why we were sending our children that far away, or however many it is.
Yeah, there's currently one youth placed with this provider, Commissioner Dumas. Unfortunately, there are times that we have to go off network for placements for some of our children who are very difficult, who have very difficult challenges of high trauma exposure. And this provider was able to meet the needs of the identified youth that we referred.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that JFS is really trying, from what I can tell, to keep our children as local as possible. So I appreciate that. Thank you for that. That's all I have.
You're welcome. All right. Thank you.
Okay. I make a motion to approve items 6 through 19.
Second?
Commissioner Reese?
Yes.
Commissioner Dreehouse?
Yes.
Commissioner Summer Dumas?
Yes.
And I wanted to make one shout out to Marymount Councilman Randy York. And he had brought issues about getting grants. And I want to thank Holly because she met with him. We sent them to Holly and they were able to connect. So Holly, thank you. I know it's been some months. And thank you, Councilman York. There's no further business to come before us. I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Commissioner Reese?
Yes.
Commissioner Dreehouse? Commissioner Summer Dumas?
Yes.